Waiting for it. All right, there we go. Hey, everybody. We are back from our hiatus. And yeah, we're going to start. We have going caching on tonight. So we're going to start in about 1 minute. Okay, you want to call this call? You can give us a call 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. Got swag. You have a question for the Waysiders? You can give us a call. They run going caching, right? You guys run it? I'm assuming, correct? More or less.
Well, yes. I mean, we have a huge crew, but yeah, we're
the main people. How's that?
well.
Better.
We're digging deep here.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to get started in about. Oh, let's just get started. Why not? What are we sitting around for? All right, Chad, you all set to go?
I'm ready.
Jess, you okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. In 3. So you guys just hang tight. We'll bring them. Okay. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. Come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. If you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have Short and it's manning the phones. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chaz 427.
Howdy, all. It's that time. Time for going caching.
That's right, guys. Tonight's episode 670, recorded live on June 16th, 2021, is Mega Month Going Caching. Phone lines are open. Skip us a call, 808-468-7924. That's 808 got swag. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. But first, Chad, we need to talk about Patreon, Chad. Patreon, guys, it costs a lot of money to make the show work. We talk about it every week. I'm not changing my tune here. You guys, anything you do help us out, we'd really appreciate it. With different tiers, different things you get path tag stickers, geocoin. You get the amazing geocoin, GCPC geocoin. You can get that. You could also buy that also on our site, but you can get the patron only one, which is we're running real low on, Chad. And once they're gone, they're gone. So you guys can still get in one on one if you want one. There's 2 ways you could help us out. Patreon also extra audio, extra video, only available to our patron members. Patron only shows and stuff and the like. It's a lot of fun on the other side of the paywall. Or you could help us out. You can go to paypal.me/thegeocachingpodcast. That's paypal.me/thegeocachingpodcast. Chad, we got a nice donation from. I'm not going to say where it's from. It was a nice donation for us, Chad. For us to go to the Mega. For us to go to not your guys' Mega. I apologize. It's for us to go to Midwest Geobash.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
So you got money coming your way, Chad.
Awesome.
To help you and on your way here. So we appreciate it.
My plane tickets were expensive.
Well, we got a really nice donation. So
that's great.
Yeah. So you got money coming your way to help our expenses getting there. So we appreciate it very much. So, and he told me exactly what goes to what. So I have to do it that way.
Okay.
So he said, this goes this goes this goes this. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much, sir, for helping us out. We really appreciate it. Guys, you can help us out that, or you can join Patreon and become a patron member and get all the extra goodies. You can do that. You go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/thegeocachingpodcast.
Consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, instant tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Be Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBOTY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL, geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt design and you can't find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And finally, buy pattags.com for all your swag and pattag needs. Visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pat tags. With over 42,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pat tag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And as always, Chad, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
in our show notes. Chad,
Update.
The listener travel bug update.
Oh, yeah.
You ready? I got the top 10 here. Coming in first, I Met Signal, 11,000. Gingerbread Man, 9,000. Blaze On, 7,000. Master Sergeant, 7,600. Raise in a Race, 5,000. Bugsy, 4,600. Aries, 4,300. Leaping Jackalope, 4,300. Lily Lou's Racing Frog, 4,100. And Racer Tongue at 4,000. That's our top 10, Chad.
Awesome.
Nowhere near that.
Yeah.
How about 11,000 miles for that first one? Got to be cheating.
Awesome.
It's got to be cheating. There's no way that could be legal. I know one of you are looking right now to see it. It's got to be. I can't. 11,000 miles. Got Wastelanders. You have to understand. It's been like a month. No. It's been like 2 months. 2 months.
Oh, that's
I
a
think we're on
lot.
like week 9. That's a lot, right? 11,000 miles in like 9 weeks. That's a lot, isn't it?
That's a lot.
Yeah. All right. And guys, I said before, GeoCoins, the GCPC coins are available on our website. You can go to geocachingpodcast.com/geocoin. Get the coin if you want. You have to do it. Hey, Chad, we got an email from the guys in Long Island. Some guys in Long Island. Did you hear about the Brian Roth event, Chad?
No,
there's a Brian Roth community celebration event. It's a homecoming community celebration event. Brian Roth's going to the event. It's GC8HJBM in Long Island. It's on July 9th, 2021.
Awesome.
I saw the Aussie blogger, C. Michelle. He just did a show on it, I think he did. I didn't watch.
He's been making a lot of touring around the U.S. since he got here.
Is he?
I guess that's what you get to do when
work.
you don't when you're not working.
You can't work. Also, guys, if you're more interested in the celebration event, in our show notes we have a link to the geocachers of Long Island's website that talks all about it. Who put the new experimental features in iOS geocaching app in the premium for premium members? Who put that in the notes?
That would be me.
All right, Jesse, talk about it. It's all you then. You got the floor.
So, geocaching tends to listen to us when we ask for features in the app. And so they have added experimental features for iOS users only. If you have to opt in, so it's not mandatory, but if you want to, you can opt into any or all of the experimental features, which include Siri shortcuts for the geocaching app, showing your friends list.
Wait, Siri Siri find me a cache? Siri shortcut?
Yeah, you can like customize your Siri shortcuts to search for caches, and I haven't played around with it yet, but That might be kind of fun.
Show me caches that have 50 favorite points or
No
more.
way. I can't. No way.
We'll have to experiment. This list just came out yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to play with these yet. So, but then you can show your friends list in your profile on the app. You can show favorite points on logs, which is kind of nice when you're scrolling through the logs. It has, the found it or didn't find it or write note or whatever. And then next to that, if they gave it a favorite point, it has the little heart, which is kind of a nice feature. And then you can actually add or remove favorite points directly from the app, which apparently you couldn't do before.
I never remove favorite points. Well, you can give favorite points from the app.
I've never removed them.
Yeah.
From the official app.
Oh, couldn't
This is the official geocaching app.
You couldn't give favorite points on the official app. You could on Cache.
I don't know. Somebody in the chat room might know. I don't use it. That's awful. But
Cache user.
I honestly have no idea.
You could when you are logging.
When you're logging it.
But I think what she's talking about is afterwards when you're browsing is like, oh, I forgot to give a favorite point. And
that makes
sense.
Oh. Yeah, because I do that occasionally. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So
Actually,
it was kind of nice. And I don't know if this was there before or not, but when I was looking at this yesterday, not only does it show you your friends list in your profile, but then when you go to the logs of a cache, you have two options at the top to show all logs or just your friends logs. So that's a nice feature now too. So you can filter to see.
That's on the regular, right?
Yes, in the official app.
Do you know now the Cashly app, you can now turn off the adventure labs that you've done.
Yes.
They've updated that with Cashly, by the way.
Yes, they did.
Okay. Thank you, Jess. Urban Street Canopy's got a sale. I think that's you too, Jess, isn't it?
That is me. Sale alert. Urban Tree Canopy, which of course you can get Geocaching Podcast tees. You can get Route 66 Adventure Lab tees and other merchandise too, besides just shirts. And all of Scott's other creations of whatever it was he came up with that day. Some of them are pretty fun.
For the record,
15.
The Geocaching is Fun Wii shirt is now in the store.
Perfect. So $15 for standard t-shirts plus everything else is on sale. So you can get a $15 Geocaching is Fun Wii t-shirt. The sale goes through the 20th of June. Plus there's a code for free shipping on all US orders over $45. So if you want free shipping, use code, all one word, free ship 621.
Nice.
That's ship SHIP as in Peter.
I made it super subtle too. So it's just like it is like Times New Roman, geocaching is fun, period, we, exclamation point. One line, I think. It's like so subtle. Yeah, it's super subtle. So yep, there you go. I promised you'd get it, and you did. There you go. Okay. Thank you, Jess. So when do those go on sale till? When is the sale over on that?
Through the 20th.
I have to get me a Geocaching is Fun.
So it's through the 27th at the bottom.
27th on the bottom. It does in our show notes.
No, that's the free shipping. Free shipping is through the 27th, but the $15 $15 tees. Okay. $15 tees is through the 20th, and then free shipping on orders $45 or more is through the 27th.
Right. Okay. All right. And we got an email from Descendra, I think. Leavenworth, Washington. I've been listening to your archive podcasts. Thank you. My schedule is too weird to catch them live, but I really enjoy them. I just placed a cache because of your a podcast of yours. Guys, I don't remember this. Maybe you can help me out. Because of a podcast of yours I listened to, I think it was the Regional Trends one. Does that ring a bell, Chad? Oh, Jesse's gone. Does that ring a bell, Chad? The regional. When did we? Oh, did we do regional?
We did a show
regional
where
hides. Regional hides.
Hides, where we were talking about different hides for different areas of the country or in the world. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Anyway, the cache mentioned was a Beckham cache. I haven't seen one like that here. What's a Beckham cache?
I remember it being mentioned. I
can't
remember what it was.
You know what a Beckham cache is?
Yes. Sorry, I was muted. Yes, it's a bend it like Beckham. It's a
Oh,
pull
it's a
down.
pull down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
it's a pull down. Okay. Yes. So I placed one with a couple of red herrings. On the background page, I have a photo of soccer balls. The cache itself has nothing to do with soccer, which leads me to my show suggestion: red herrings. Kind of relates to FU caches. Anyway, love the show. Keep up the good work. P.S. Scott, I have a puzzle cache that is it is at a rest area. But it relates to the pause. Those are my favorites. Puzzle rest area puzzles are my favorites. Thank you so much for writing in. Yes, the Beckham. Yes. Okay. All right. That's all we got. So let's get to the show. Guys, tonight we have the Waysiders on. Hello, guys. Welcome to our show. Thank you for coming back. You guys were on in 2019 for the original, and we had to bring you guys back. So I hear you guys put on a mega occasionally.
We do. Just a little project of ours.
A little project. So why don't you tell us, for the people who didn't listen in 2019, why don't you give us a quick little summary and
Go ahead.
Recap.
Okay. Well, Going Caching is, as we said, a mega event. We're in Rome, Georgia, which is northwest Georgia, sort of halfway in between Atlanta and Chattanooga. And it's a really fun geocaching town. We've been doing this for several years now, and the townspeople have really embraced it, and they can't wait to get everyone back to Rome, Georgia, after missing 2020. Of course, each year we have a theme, and this year, of course, Roaring Twenties, and we were going to do this last year, but no one explained to us just how roaring it was going to turn out to be.
Yeah.
And I did want to give you guys a shout out. Geocaching podcast helped keep us sane and connected throughout the whole year of just wondering, what's going on and what's everyone doing. And so thanks for keeping the show going. And it's been, once we started doing road trips, it was great, downloading a bunch and catching up too. So thanks for keeping the ball rolling.
And the great thing about being able to keep our theme is we have at least until 2029.
That's
so
right.
Roaring 20s. Although we'll be glad to do it this year.
Yeah, I think COVID will be over by then.
Oh yeah. We're looking good. Things are good here locally,
right,
and in the state. And I know some. We still have some issues in some parts of the country and the world. Yeah, and
sure.
hearts go out to them. But come October, I think things will be in pretty good shape.
Knock on wood. Absolutely. Things are looking pretty good now. There's shockingly they're not Illinois at least is not mandating masks anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're vaccinated, you don't have. I don't see mask signs anymore. Like you have to wear a mask to come in. I walked to the Target today and I didn't wear a mask. I had it in my pocket. It wasn't in my pocket, but
I know
right.
I still carry them in my pocket.
You almost feel naked without it now, right?
I know it felt really weird. Yeah, I was at a baseball. We're totally getting off that. I was at a baseball game with a full crowd of people. It was really weird, really weird. Anyway, back to you guys. So sorry. So when did it start? When did this whole thing start? We just want to really quickly recap it.
2010 was our first one in Savannah. That was the year we were not mega. But we almost had enough to be mega. So then the very next year, 2011, we stayed in Savannah. That's Savannah, Georgia. And we became mega that year and have been mega every year since.
Right. We, like she said, we started out in Savannah, moved to FDR State Park for 2013. And that was a lot of fun. We did sort of a 1930s coming out of the Depression, a lot of Franklin Roosevelt, Warm Springs, Little White House stuff, and themed it all around that. We had a character kind of like Indiana Jones. We called him Ace Tupper. And so he found, he had his artifacts hidden all over the park, and our attendees had to solve puzzles and go find his artifacts. And then in 2014, we moved to Rome. Did it a couple of years. We were first year was a toga party, basically ancient Rome, typical kind of. Right. Had a lot of fun with that. Did
Oh,
it
hang
another
a fruit
year.
on that one with Rome, George.
Then,
Right.
then we decided to move back to FDR for 2016, and by then the thing had gotten so huge it's just impossible to take this circus on the road anymore. I mean, this thing
Yeah.
has gotten it's gotten big, and we've got like a couple of warehouses full of our stuff stored every year.
Really?
Mhm.
We have a huge crew that comes, works all week preparing ahead of time, building things. We do kind of getting ahead here, but we put on Friday night. We have a big play we put on. It helps tell our story, of our version of the Roaring Twenties.
Mhm.
And then we do escape rooms. You Friday and Saturday you run around Rome, get the clues and stuff you need, and then you come into our escape rooms and go through those, and it's a lot of fun. It's been well received, and
Yeah, I've always thought it was silly that we were paying storage unit fees for all our lumber that we used to build our set until this year, and I'm like, yes, we
Pay
have
it
all
off.
the wood we need. We're
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
So-
it's a
so-
fortune in that in the wood house, the storage area.
Tell me why people come to your Mega. Why is it as popular as it is? Because it is. It's huge. I mean, why do you think it is as big as it is?
it's like a, I don't know, it's like a geocaching adventure encapsulated within an event. I guess because it is so themed, everything's tied together. And there's so many different activities. It just keeps people busy, and there's something for everybody. I think if you like puzzles, we got those. If you just want to geocache, there's that. If you want the social aspect, to hang out with people and do things and trade cards and things, we have that. And Rome is just a very cool town. It's super receptive to geocachers. Seriously, geocachers feel like rock stars when they get here, like some of the downtown businesses and things. Yeah. And we hear it on our end all the time. Shopkeepers that just want the geocachers to be able to stop in so they can see where everybody's from. There's a couple of them that they just want to give water and snacks to the geocachers. So I think that adds to it.
Right. And I also think Andy kind of touched on it, the social aspect. We structure things so that we all of our puzzles and games and things we do, we did costume parties and things. We always encourage people to work together. And, with all that's going on in such a short period of time, now it kicks off on Wednesday, but people start, Thursday's a good crowd, and then Friday's big, and then Saturday's huge. And we encourage people to, group up and work together because you really don't have a whole lot of time to, when I'm solving a puzzle, a cache somewhere, well, I might start a week or so early. We're going to take a trip to, say, Jacksonville, Florida or something. Well, I'll go through and I'll start working on my puzzles and take my time. But with this, we dump all this on you with the hope that you'll hook up with other cachers, either friends that you already have or make new ones. And it is so much fun for us to see people sitting at the tables and pulling out the cache card puzzle and putting the pieces together and working on it and trading, or we just help each other, go for it. And we know several people who have strong friendships that they met, at going caching, and it's lasted, throughout the years and extends beyond geocaching. So I think that has a lot to do with it. And the crew too. The crew will help anybody. The crew just jumps in, loves to, show what we know and help people out and get them going if they get, a little stumped, because it is a little, I'll say intense, but again, that group aspect is really what we're going for.
All right. Anybody want to hold on, chat? Anybody want to call in and tell us why you guys love going caching so much? You can 808-468-7924. Chad, I'm going to ask you the same question. Because you've been to it. I've never been.
I was thinking the same thing, Scott. I'm like,
Yeah,
let's
you've
ask Chaz. Yeah.
Chad, you've been there. Tell me what makes it different, Chad?
So, number one, or actually, it's I'm not. These aren't necessarily in order, but I'm saying number one. Number one, theme. Always a great theme. Always a great party to have. They tie in the themes to escape rooms and everything else that they do through puzzles and everything. All that's tied into a theme. So it's that's awesome fun. Number two, interaction with other people, whether it's trying to match up your buttons, whether it's working on puzzles together, no matter what it is. I mean, even if you have a group of people, like we had a fairly large group of people when I went there, that are several of us are puzzlers. We went through the puzzles and stuff, and there was still a puzzle that was like we couldn't figure out what it was, and we wound up working with another team in order to get the information. Actually, it was Team Ewok and Ian that helped us out there.
That's funny.
So you got that interaction and the environment. I mean, the people of Rome, Georgia, they love geocachers. You add all that together, and then the caches. I mean, I would say the best field puzzle cache that I've ever done. I can't think of the name of it for the
Wango Kate.
Yeah,
Wango Kate. Yeah.
That's the best one we've ever done as well.
Hands down.
And it was put out by some local cachers.
But awesome caching experience. Now we wound up doing it with a number of different cachers together, and we kind of broke it up, and people working on different parts of it, and we got it done in I think 40 minutes. So we went through it fast. There are people that are posting on there 4 hours it took them to do it. So but again, if it was only a couple of us, it probably would have took somewhere in the neighborhood 2, 3, 4 hours. But with the crew that we had, and people, hey, we got this part here. You start looking at this stuff over here, and other people are looking at this stuff. It's like an escape room in that aspect that you get to push through with people focused on different areas. So I mean, going caching is my favorite mega.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Sorry, not that I'm excited to go back. I've got my plane ticket, the hotel rooms booked.
Awesome.
We're ready.
All right, let's bring in Austin, Texas. Austin, Texas, Carrot Killer. Hello, sir. Carrot Killer. Hello.
Hello there.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, so I'm responding to your prompt to call in.
Tell me why going caching is the best mega there is. Why?
I can tell you that I've been to going caching 3 times, and since I've been to many other megas, and what does make it different, and why it has so much hype, I think, is that other megas you can kind of go and do your own thing. You can, show up for 15 minutes and I got whatever out of it, and then just go caching. But going caching, you have to get the most out of it, you have to invest yourself in all the activities. And when you're there, you feel like you are actually at an event or a convention. It's not just kind of a larger normal event. And that's why it brings people back, because it's an experience like no other in geocaching.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great.
Awesome.
Well, Adam, we appreciate that so much, and
I was excited to see you're getting to come this year.
Yeah.
So.
And he nailed it. I mean, that's
okay. Anything else?
Right on.
Yeah.
And then I can even say, one last thing, just personal note, is that I even met my wife for the first time at going caching.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
So,
hey now.
yeah.
How about that?
Hey now.
That's kind of nice. All right. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for calling. Always a pleasure to hear from you. Good. Everything good? You
Yeah,
well?
yeah. Good to hear you. Talk to you guys later.
All right. We'll talk soon. Be well.
Hi, Adam.
So you recently opened up the store for the pre-event T-shirt and mystery box, and also ordering the going caching cards. So I'm just curious as to when the pre-event T-shirt and mystery box is going to be mailed out, because I'm looking forward to that. And can you tell us a little bit about what the mystery box is and what it's for? Let the listeners know.
I think, okay, I'll start off. It's actually a box that turns itself into kind of going caching at home version. So it's a box that you're going to get. We have a story, which I'll let Jim give a little synopsis on the story. You know, all of going caching, our themes are always based on these elaborate stories with characters and everything. But in the box, there's going to be a trackable geo coin with purpose. It's also a game piece. There's a path tag that plays in. There is can I say there's a wooden nickel?
Yeah, sure. Sure.
Anyways, it's also.
Can I say there's a wooden nickel?
No,
No.
You can't.
We both like are nudging each other like, oh, don't say the wrong thing. But no, that's fine.
So, and it's part of the puzzle as well. It's also a raffle ticket. So we will do a drawing with those. They're sequentially numbered, which is cool. And then there's lots of other tidbits of, I'm like, I don't want to give anything away. No spoilers.
Chad, you're
But
asking.
lots of things. So what you can do when you get the box is everything's going to interact with it. And you're going to do a bunch of different puzzles that'll get you to the point that when you get to Rome, you'll know what the next step is in the adventure.
Nice.
But I think it also, with all the swag that's in there and the fun and the puzzles and things, even if you could not come to going caching, I think you would have a really, really good time doing the box. And then afterwards, if anybody's interested, Jim will offer, after going caching is over, we'll offer to wrap up for anybody that didn't come but had a box. So they can kind of wrap up and walk through the rest of the puzzles. But then there's a few other unique aspects of the puzzle box that Jim can state.
Yeah. If you're familiar with going caching, for many years now, we've done a pre-event puzzle T-shirt. The very first year, we didn't even tell people it was a puzzle. We just did the pre-event shirt and they wore them around for like a couple of weeks and we weren't hearing anything back. And on the front of the shirt, we'd put like a tiny Morse code, a GC number and FTF $100, and then had this whole, it was just a puzzle that was, Andy is our, of course, the graphic designer for going caching. And she designed this thing where if you didn't look closely, it just looked like part of the design. So we were thinking, oh, this is an epic fail. Nobody's getting it. And finally somebody did. And of course, like geocaching is, once the word started spreading, so that was a kind of fun thing. That was in 2013, right? So every year since, we've had our pre-event puzzle T-shirt, and this kind of raises some funds to get things. We have to rent the park and tents and stuff like that. So it gives us a little upfront funds to get things rolling.
And one other thing about the puzzle shirt, it's not just a puzzle, but if you wear that pre-event shirt to any event and upload your photo onto Facebook, we give away 2 $100 gift cards at the event from a drawing of everybody that entered that.
And that's the Going Caching Facebook page.
Right, correct.
Nice.
But this year we wanted to do something a little different. Last year, or 2 years ago.
2 years.
We didn't count it.
We all do that.
Every time we say last year,
in 2019. We were pirates, right? And so we did a little something different. Which again, we try this stuff and we never know, is this going to work? But we included a treasure map with the T-shirt.
We sent one to Jesse, didn't we?
I
think Jesse got one.
I think so, yeah. So That turned out to be a lot of fun.
That was fun.
So
That
we
was a
were like,
blast.
yes, it worked, And so this year we wanted to up our game a little bit. And so the shirt itself is part of the puzzle. This is a hint. Start with the shirt, right? Well,
No.
now see, I just said the wrong thing.
When they open the box, there is a
No,
thing
sorry.
that looks super familiar.
Yeah.
Start there.
Start there, then move to the shirt, right?
Yes.
And then back to the box. See how simple this is? Yeah.
Yep.
So anyway,
But the story is I can tell you that the escape room this year, of course, will be speakeasy themed.
I would hope.
Yeah.
Duh. But the former owner of the speakeasy is a gentleman called Cue Ball. And he hides a fortune in the woods before he mysteriously disappears. So really the box sort of encapsulates everything that he had done, some of the stuff he went through before he disappeared. And you will, once you get through the box, you will find out what happened.
Okay, sorry.
What happened to Cue Ball. And if you're lucky enough to be the first one to find his fortune,
there's a prize. Yes.
there's a prize.
But
I wasn't going to say
okay.
that.
No, see, Chad, you opened up.
This is tough. We're talking classified, top secret,
It's
SBI, super compartmented.
change it. Let's change the topic. Let's change the topic so you don't give anything else away.
Okay.
Let's take a phone call real quick. We've got California on line. GSM times 2. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Keep them talking. I'm going to do this very, very carefully.
No, I got to shut it
Taking
down.
notes.
I got to shut it down.
Scott's over there taking notes.
Oh, absolutely. So I'm going to tell a little story, but the first thing I'm going to say is the reason that I came to Going Caching was because I met them at, I believe, Geo Woodstock, and those are the two nicest people that you will ever meet in the entire world. They are just as sweet as they can possibly be right through the event. I mean, everything's going on, and they're just like cool cucumbers, willing to talk to anybody about anything, and that is just fantastic.
Well,
so here's the little story.
Appreciate that.
So went there with Share Bear 64, and we didn't get there till Thursday. So we pick up our packet, we go over to Starbucks, and our plan was just to pick up the packet, and then we're going to go get Lake Lanier, and we're going to get some of those really old geocaches around Georgia. But we stop at Starbucks, and we're sitting there kind of looking at all the things that we have, and we're trying to figure it out. And two people come on over, and they say, "Oh, you're with pirate boats, and we're with our ship. So have you ever been to there?" No. And we sit down, and they start explaining what the cards are. They explain this, they explain that. And after about 25 minutes, I just look over to Sharon, and I just go, "We're not going anyplace, are we? We are staying here." And my gosh, that's what we did. And we just had, I mean, she's the puzzler in the group, and her son-in-law is the puzzler in the group, and I'm just the guy who kind of hangs around and enjoys the whole episode. And it is just fantastic. If everybody went who could go, you guys would have 3,000 people. You would be a giga event, and good luck when that happens. But
I don't know that.
Be careful what you wish for. Kind of.
Yeah. And have you guys mentioned the pins yet? The little match, find your match pin.
The button.
Yeah,
the socialization that you guys incorporate into this is just amazing. Just, you are forcing people to meet each other, hunt down each other, and forcing is not the right word. You are just encouraging us as much as possible to meet each other. And thank you.
Oh,
And I
you're
guess that's
welcome.
all I
Thank
have
you.
to say.
Thank you for calling in. We appreciate
It's amazing.
it. Good to talk to you, man. Be well. Thank you so much.
Good talking to you. Take care, Scotty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So
Wow.
Well, yeah, that's hard to follow. That's
So let's
awesome.
let's talk about the event. Let's talk about
Okay.
let's break it down. Okay. You can highlight anything you want, but Wednesday. We'll start with Wednesday. Let's just go Wednesday.
Yeah,
You start
Wednesday
early. We're starting on Wednesday, right?
That's right.
Yes, we do. Wednesday night is traditionally it's just a package pickup. We'll have it up at the Civic Center on Civic Center Hill. Rome has 7 hills.
Go
Just
figure.
just like Rome. So, but that's Jackson Hill is where the Civic Center is located, and that's where everybody shows up, gets their goodie bags, their packets, and immediately start in on the trading card puzzles. They've got their buttons where you need to find your match, and some of those matches are kind of tricky. And what it is there is a button in every package that you get to wear. It's just, just regular button. It's made by one of our crew members, and she has a spreadsheet on how she does and how many match. There are more than one match to your
really?
button.
I think there are four of each type. Yeah. Now, considering we get close to 1,500 people, that's a lot of combinations.
There's a lot of
buttons,
and they're very similar. Like you can't just stand across the room and say, "Oh, that might be my match." It's like you've got to get up and
up close and personal.
When you're up close and personal, and you see it, and you're like, "That might be my match," and you're like, "Okay, are the eyebrows right?
I think
are the eyelashes right?
now
Are
like
there?"
Facebook.
And what happens?
Yeah. I wound up having to go through the Facebook page just to find mine.
What happens if you find a match? Do you get a prize?
You get to go spin the wheel of fun, and then whatever it lands on, you both get that prize.
Oh, nice!
And there's all kinds of really
that
great.
That ranges from what to what?
It ranges from like a free raffle ticket to
this is pretty good to holy cow, wow.
Yeah, you could win a bison tube or you could win a pair of walking sticks.
Oh, nice.
Kind of.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it's got a wide range.
I think I got 3/4 wow. So I didn't get like the top end, but I got it was pretty nice.
But it's the thrill of standing there, waiting, watching it, click, come around and see where it's going to land.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Wednesday. What about? Let me get into Thursday. Let's talk about Thursday.
Thursday.
This is going to be fun.
Whoa, it's so many moving parts here, but we are going to attempt to break the Guinness Book of World Records for the number of people simultaneously doing the Charleston.
On downtown Broad Street.
What is the record? What is the record? Do you know?
It is 1,191.
Right.
So we just need
Really?
1,200 people.
This is doable.
This is totally
really
doable.
Okay.
I have decided. And now that I'm actually saying it on your podcast, I am like now in over my head committed.
That's right.
This.
We're doing it.
So,
do we actually have to be capable of dancing?
Yeah.
well, no, seriously. Okay, watch this, Chaz. Okay, we watched the video in England that currently holds the record. And if you can do this for 2 minutes straight.
Wait, there's a video.
I can do that.
Yeah. So we have the block in front of the DeSoto Theater blocked off. The DeSoto is actually partnering with us as well as downtown development office. And we're using a couple of civic groups and lots of volunteers to get people numbered and out. And we're also going to have dance coaches, people on some risers out over the crowd. So you'll be able to follow along with somebody who actually is really, knows how to do the Charleston. We're going to try to have a video online so you can watch and just kind of get an idea. Kind of practice and go along. And then locally, we're the theater's going to have some classes.
Now, this theater we're talking about it's actually built in the 1920s, and this is on our main street. This is a 4-lane. Right. It's called Broad Street, right? And I mean for a reason. And the city's blocking this off for us and encouraging us to go for it. So, we haven't failed yet. So I think we got a good shot at doing it.
How are you going to count 1,200 people? How are you going to know?
Well,
when
we're going to have a flash registration, I think.
Mhm.
So there'll be a ton of tables.
Yeah.
And if you pre-register, you know what table to get in line, alphabetically, and receive a number that can be pinned on.
Right.
I mean, we're going to have a ton of tables so we can do it pretty
So
quick. The
are we
Charleston
gonna
itself is 2 minutes. So
are we gonna do a parade down Main Street starting from the parking garage to the Soto Theater? And
no, that was so 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the pirate parade, but
Wasn't that fun? That was
was
one of
fun.
my favorite things, I think.
So it's not a parade.
Arr.
It's not a parade every year.
right. This is going to take some time to set up, as Andy was saying, and also just to get everybody registered. And you gotta let's like racers. You got to pin a number on and
sure.
everything. This has to be documented to the
Oh,
T.
Oh, yeah, Guinness
For
will make. Oh,
Guinness,
absolutely.
right.
Yeah, then
So that's going to take some
not gonna
time.
guess.
So
Yeah.
we're going to, like I said, we're going to block off that big block right in front of the DeSoto Theater. And but that'll be, and besides, after dancing the Charleston for 2 minutes or more, who knows, we may go longer. I think we'll be tired and ready to call it a day.
Yeah.
But that'll be fun.
So that's
This will
your
be late.
Thursday.
Mhm.
That's your Thursday.
That's Thursday.
Yeah. And actually that will be late afternoon, early evening. Rome Little Theater is going to host a special performance of Leading Ladies, which is a play that they're doing that weekend. But they don't have a performance Thursday, but they are going to do one for geocachers. For anybody
wow.
that wants to stay, they can do that.
Oh, that's
And then anyone else that wants to go on, we have done a pub crawl the last couple of years,
Right.
which is super fun. So we will have that again for those that want to go around to all the secret speakeasies around Rome.
Right. We've got 5-6 different stops, different pubs that are gonna, be speakeasies for the night.
And
So,
Rome has these collection of golf carts that go around that are called the Roman chariots. And so we'll have all those running that night between all the stops just for geocachers. There, Chaz has his little mug from 2019.
Yep.
Oh, look at Chad. Okay, so
that's Thursday.
that's Thursday.
And then-
it hasn't even started yet, and I'm tired.
And then my favorite, no,
Friday
we're not
morning.
there yet.
And we get Friday. So
Not my
are we still
favorite.
Thursday or are we getting to
Friday morning will
Friday
be.
morning.
Okay, so I may as well. I'm going to say it.
Go for
So
it.
don't listen if you don't want.
earmuffs?
Our speakeasy, going caching speakeasy, is the Blind Frog. So, dum.
Yeah.
Did everybody get it?
What is the
Blind Frog.
Okay, for all of you, back in the day, here's the history thing coming. In the 20s, a lot of speakeasies were it was like a code name. It was the blind something, the blind tiger, the blind hog. So we're going with the blind frog. Yeah.
Sorry,
Boom.
Yeah,
Right.
boom.
Signal.
Did you get it yet?
Oh,
Yay!
Chad got it. I didn't get
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Right over my head. Right over my
So,
head.
anyways, the challenge Friday morning, and everyone will have a passport in their packages. And then Friday morning, a series of caches will publish that you need your passport for. And it's going to be, it's Blind Frog Smuggler's Run. So you're going to drive around the county to different locations, looking for these stashes of things that speakeasies need. Anyways, and once your passport's completed, you get to bring it back and you get a free trackable geocoin.
Awesome.
They're nice
Oh,
coins.
it's a very nice coin.
Chaz may have his there somewhere to
Right.
pull down and show from.
I would have to open my case, and I got too much stuff on top of the
Okay,
case.
but they're nice coins, and it's a nice thing.
Yeah, it's a very fun event every year, and it gives you a good tour of the county. Sometimes we run you all. I forget what it was like 80 miles.
73.
Yeah.
But that was for us because we know the roads.
Well, that's
so.
true too. Yeah.
Mhm.
But this year, not so much. But again, keeping with the speakeasy roaring 20s theme, it's just going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to solve a little get your card stamped and everything, and visit some of the places that they.
There's
there
the
you go.
coin you
Yep,
got
there's the
in
coin.
2019.
Yeah, that was the pirate.
Anybody listening, Chad is
yeah.
showing us his coin. Is what he's doing.
And also had.
Oh, he has another one too.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's the event coin.
right. Message in a bottle.
Yeah, we actually put messages in every one of those coins, and there were 7 different messages based on who your pirate captain of your ship was. So,
Chad, did you even know there was a message in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Of course.
I don't know.
It's got a cork in it. You got if it's got a cork in it, you got to remove it, and you can see.
There you go.
Oh,
Still got the
message is in
message.
there.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, very cool.
alrighty.
Nice.
So, and then Friday night.
So we give
wait,
you.
was he-
I'm sorry.
I thought Scott was going to say something.
No. Go ahead, please.
Oh, okay, Friday night.
So anyway, my favorite. We weave this crazy tale, which you get bits and pieces. Like it actually begins in the pre-event shirt, and then when you get here and you open your package, and we were talking. I'm going to back up a second. On Wednesday night, that's package pickup, but that's the early bird pickup. We have package pickup at every event except the flash mob. We don't have time at the flash mob, but all the other events, your package will be waiting when you can get here. And some people can't, I realize, everybody can't get here. So, I mean, a lot of folks, they come Saturday morning and have a lot of fun.
Sure.
But, so we have package pickup at every event except the flash mob. And, but people get started and they're trying to piece this story together, which has a lot to do with the caches we hide. Most of them are themed with our theme. And then Friday night at the park at Rich Ferry Park, which is the coordinates for the main event Saturday as well. But there's a really nice stage, and we put on a full blown Broadway quality. Kidding. No, a bunch of cashers get on stage, and we try to make people laugh and tell them the story that we're what we're about this year. So we're roaring 20s. Naturally, we have gangsters, and we have even worse gangsters trying to get the other gangsters.
We have good gangsters and bad
That's
gangsters.
right. We guarantee you we'll have you having sympathy for the good gangsters. And it's kind of like the 20s, when you had the different outfits, we'll call them. And pretty soon they start swiping each other's booze and everything. And, well, we actually picked this backdrop. We started to put like some bullet holes like St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Right.
So, if you're thinking about coming, think about those kind of things. It's just a lot of laughs. And Friday night's a ton of fun. And we have found out, we've got some terrible actors. I'm kidding. You got
some very talented actors.
Some folks that get on stage every year that this is not their thing, in real life, but boy, they fool me, and then, we have a blast.
And a lot of times the lackeys. Get rooked into it.
We had
9 lackeys in 2019.
Right.
At our event.
Wow.
Which is another cool thing that now we don't know what to expect this year. We know like some of these megas that have already transpired. That HQ is not sending out people as they normally would yet. So we haven't been told no for October.
But some of them do come on their own.
Right. But we have like Andy said, 9 last time, and some of those were, the official lackeys, and others they just don't miss a year. So
right.
So that was Friday night.
Friday night. We're getting into Saturday. Saturday's got to be a full day. I'm assuming it's a full day.
Saturday. It's just a mega event. But no, things are ongoing. People are finishing up the Friday challenge still on Saturday. There's the things we have around the event site. We have food trucks. We have the vendors. The escape rooms will be open. People will be doing those. So that kind of goes on all Saturday.
We talk about the cash card puzzle.
Okay.
The card puzzle, yeah.
Right. Oh,
because that goes on Friday and
yeah, and we're backtracking to cash
sorry.
cards. Going Caching does have personal cash cards that are event themed that you can order.
Yes.
And then we turn these into trading card packs in the packages, just like baseball card packs. But each pack has a puzzle piece in it. And it also, in random packs, there are coupons for prizes, like little golden ticket kind of
nice.
things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
you can win prizes. But the puzzle pieces are anywhere from 12 to 16, depending on the year and what we have. But you can put those together, and then that takes you on it's a downtown adventure where you do different things in different places. Whatever instructions you decode or figure out on the cards themselves. And then once you do those, a lot of times that's your entry into the escape rooms. And each one is also a raffle card for another drawing. So on the back, you fill out everything and you can turn them all in when you're done. And a lot of times you have to work with other people. You may not collect all 16 cards in the trading card thing. So
Right.
you get with other people and do them together. And then the cards themselves, we had 297 cards in the series last year. So people trade to collect the whole series and everything.
Oh, there you go.
There's last year's.
Look at that.
So
That's
there's
last
last year's where it looks like we got 16 cards there, and that we taped them together actually. But you got
nice.
you got several puzzles throughout this entire thing, from everything from the beads to the coins to the dominoes. Multiple sets of puzzles in here that you got to solve. You got the what do you call that? I forget what you call that. So that's a puzzle on the knife there. You know, the beads.
The
Pigpen,
Masonic
binary,
Masonic
yeah.
or Big Pen, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different-
So yeah. So lots of puzzles in here. Even I think the
that's a
this
tattoo.
letter
Right?
this
Is that
letter
is
in
that a
here
travel
was
bug? Sorry, guys. What we're looking at is all the cards taped together at the back of the cards.
the
Chad, is that a
puzzle-
travel bug on the hand right there too? Is that what that is? Is that travel?
Yes,
That's what I thought.
Yeah, that was a big clue right there. Yeah, if you
yeah.
if you go to that GC number, it would make things a lot easier. Yeah, kind of give you the at least a starting point, right?
Right.
It's
we didn't notice that until after.
Yeah, right.
we the GCPC did a card 2 years ago for going caching. It still gets hit. I still get logs from it, from people putting them in
I still get
caches.
logs,
and
yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, it's been over a year, and it still gets hit. Like,
There's binders of complete sets at HQ. Gear Guru, Jeff Caulfield, he's been coming and going caching, golly, since 2013.
Right before he actually
Before he worked
at
HQ.
HQ. Yeah.
So he has a binder there, and sometimes people go
It
through
gets
them
shared,
and just
yeah.
so I'm assuming you're gonna have vendor booths. You're gonna have lunch trucks.
yeah,
I'm
we
assuming all
do,
that as well.
mhm.
Okay.
And many of your sponsors are coming to going cashing, and so when we were calling out names, they're going caching friends.
Yeah, we have some great sponsors there. So
Nice. Okay, so what else is going on Saturday? It's got to be more.
Saturday night. Okay, so when the mega event wraps up, everybody needs to go clean up, get their costumes on, because we are having a Roaring 20s like party. I don't know what else you call it.
It's a speakeasy kind of party.
And we got thrown a curve here in Rome. The forum where we normally hold our big Saturday night event has an arena, because of COVID, became courthouse. Because for jury, there was over at the regular courthouse, there wasn't the space to space out jurors 6 feet from each other. And for a while, they didn't even have court. So they've been playing catch up. So they had the forum, it was closed, no outside events, no anything. So We have, and there's a building on Rome, which is kind of cool. It's called the Vogue. It's a 2-story building. It's an event space. And next door to it is a portion of a road between Broad Street and the street behind it. It's called Mitchell Plaza. There's a fountain in the wall there on the building, a brick wall. So it makes a good sized outdoor space. So collectively, between both floors of the building and the outdoor space, we're going to hold the event there. And we'll have a DJ. There'll be a couple bars. They'll be serving signature cocktails, beer and wine and cider and sodas. And everybody just gets to hang out and have a great time after being run around for a few days.
And you don't have to, but we do encourage everyone to dress up a little. Just put on a hat, at least a fedora or something. But it's amazing over the years how people have embraced this whole costume thing, and it's fun just to come and watch.
There's some elaborate, well thought out costumes that just always blow my mind.
Oh, there's no contest, right? There's no winners.
No. It's just come and hang out. It's very it's like almost a celebration. All of the hard work is over, and so we don't do any fun and games or tricks or puzzles. It's just dress up if you want to and come and hang out with us and kind of reminisce of their experiences over the last few days.
Nice.
So that's Saturday night.
That's Saturday night. We get to Sunday.
Sunday morning is coffee and donuts, and it's the farewell, goodbye, adieu, Auf Wiedersehen event. And whoever is the lackey usually speaks. Brian Roth was there last year, so he did the honor of speaking and just kind of relayed his experience at going caching, and then also kind of gave us a little insight into what's new at HQ, what are they doing, what are they planning for us, and things like that. And it's just it's your last chance to trade your last card with somebody, and we also give away the rest of the prizes. We give away a lot of prizes at going caching. I'm not gonna lie. So
good. Our sponsors are very good to us, and we have prizes like we were talking about spinning the wheel and stuff, with the buttons
and the cash cards,
and then the cash cards, and then Saturday afternoon at the Mega, we hop up on the stage, and I mean, it's like constantly drawing or calling out numbers and things. So there's some really cool stuff. And then what's left, we kind of dish out, on Sunday morning.
Sure. And then Sunday, do you give the next year's hint on next year's theme, or do you?
We usually do that on Saturday at the very end of the Mega, because some people can't stick around. That's the thing. It's like this is a multi-day event or a series of events, but we do realize, a lot of people, some people can only come for the day. So if they can hang with us and do the group photo, and then like I said, we dole out the $1 million of prizes. No, I'm kidding. But we dole out the prizes, and then at the very end of the official Mega event, we usually tip our hand and say, it's going to be the first weekend in October again, and in Rome, Georgia, and here's the new theme. And we sometimes we dress that up a little bit to make it exciting. Right. One year we did time travel. That was 2016 back at FDR. And so we actually built almost life-size TARDIS, right? The Doctor Who thing, right? And wheeled that thing out, and we had a false back on it with a curtain, and we pushed it out, and the entire crew, which is 40-something people, came parading out of this plywood box about the size of a phone booth. They were going in the back and coming out.
It's bigger on the inside.
Exactly. We all fit. I just ruined it for everybody. I know it was a trick, folks. It was a stage prop. But
you just mentioned the crew doing that. I think, you asked earlier about one of the reasons that going caching is so special is we have this amazing group they're all our best geocaching friends that we have met, and they're from 7 different states, and they come. Sometimes we have work weekends. We've been doing Zooms, and they come that week and make everything happen, build these escape rooms, man the package pickups, the on-site store, the hospitality. They do it all, and they are amazing. And it has been pretty much the same group year after year after year.
We've added, as we've grown, we've added a few people, but yeah, by and large, and the additions are great. I mean, everybody just fits right in, and it's like it's kind of cliche, but it's like a family, and we just have a ton of fun, and it's like magic happens when you get this group together. And with them being so scattered, we don't have a whole lot of time to assemble all this stuff. But then I think we've heard this from a lot of attendees, how amazed they are, because they'll get here and they'll see our progress. Like there's a pile of 2x4s and plywood stacked up in front of the stage, and they're going, these guys are never going to have this ready. And then magic happens somehow. The going caching fairies show up at night,
sprinkle the
and it gets done. And of course, and then Sunday rolls around. We talked about the Sunday event. As soon as that thing's over,
it's all you hear is the undoing of everything.
Pulling nails, packing it all up. And by dark, we've got it all. Like you would never know we were there.
Somebody in the chat room mentioned team scoring. Talking about team scoring. Is that going to happen?
We did that last year. When you registered, not last year, 2019. Yeah, right. Yes. You registered onto a pirate ship. And so we did keep team scores between the ships that year.
But not this year.
And then Captain Hook's ship won.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But this year we thought about having people register in different outfits, different gangs, if you will, 20s kind of gangs. But it just didn't quite fit with some of our other plans. So short answer is, we're not going to do teams this year, but it will definitely pop back up in the future, I'm sure.
Good to know. There you go.
And,
somebody asked in the chat room about it, so I thought I'd ask.
Yeah. We also we rely on volunteers. We do a volunteer sign up. I see Kendall mentioned it over here in the notes. Volunteers, we have a special volunteer path tag that all volunteers get for a 2-hour shift, and we will probably have that up maybe beginning of September.
Nice.
Where people can sign up, help with package pickup, help with garbage parking, things like that.
What about pets, animals? Welcome, unwelcome?
Rome is a very dog-friendly town. In fact, all the businesses that are pet-friendly put a paws. They have it's called paws, but they put a paw print sticker in their doors. The only places pets are not allowed at going caching is in some of the buildings like that. Obviously, they won't be allowed in the Vogue.
Right.
But we do have the outdoor.
Yeah, in the Civic Center.
Right, and inside the Civic Center.
But the businesses downtown are like, they'll put like pet bowl water out for pets and things, and like Andy was saying, there's a big sticker in the window saying pet friendly.
Right, and we have a pet station at the events as well.
And of course we just ask be a good pet owner, clean up, pick up after your pet, and it's all good. We do require 6 foot leashes.
Yeah.
But
that's a city requirement.
It's a city thing, and we have not had an issue. It's been great, and we know people love geocaching with their pets, and so it works out great here.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to say? I'm giving you guys. You guys hit everything.
Sure wish you guys could come.
I know. Yeah.
I know. Next year.
Yes.
Chad's going. Chad, you're going, aren't you?
No, I'm going.
It's going.
Yeah.
Oh, he's already got his room and everything.
Yeah.
The only other thing I would mention, if you want to get in, goingcaching.com right now for the pre-event puzzle box and shirt, and also to order cash cards. And this is also helping us build our funds. We had a year with no income, but we still had ongoing expenses just like everybody else. And so that would be great. the puzzle box too, did want to mention the puzzles are from easy to hard. So there's puzzle ranges that, I mean, your 3rd or 4th grader could probably help figure it out. And then there's a couple that are going to divide the puzzlers from the non-puzzlers. And then we will be hiding caches at the event that will utilize some of what you've learned in the box to do that for that particular cache. And then Jim always does a puzzle class Saturday afternoon in the park, and he will teach the puzzle box if provided the FTF has been found.
Yeah, that's always a big relief because I've got my PowerPoint and all the chairs and everything, and we're like, has anybody found it yet? Because we don't want to give anything away until the FTF. But once that's turned in, we give a full rundown if anybody's a little stumped on a certain part. But like Andy said, this year, again, with that, I should have mentioned this earlier, but with that puzzle box, we're able to, I have to admit, the shirt has been hard. That's a tough puzzle every year. But with this box now, we're able to introduce so many different puzzles. And so we get to cover the whole range of difficulty where you can have a lot of fun with it and see where you're going. But if you get a little stumped, come to the puzzle class and we'll get you going. It is a loggable geocache at the end.
Oh, nice.
That's always my hardest thing, is trying to get this thing to fit the guidelines, because it's a shirt and we've got all these temporary things. So trying to design a cache page that will meet the requirements, and it will publish Saturday morning. So it doesn't get, like, if you waited for the cache page to publish, you're not going to get the FTF. But the ones that work on the shirt and the box, they even if they're not the FTF, they can still find the final.
Yeah. And if you do all the puzzles in the box, you will know what you are supposed to do when you get to Rome.
Right. And I know we're running low on time, but that's another thing about this. It doesn't matter. You could be from Rome. You have no advantage on anybody from California or Canada, wherever. There's this missing piece at the end. Like, you're going to solve this mystery, and you will know kind of what you're looking for. You'll know it when you see it. I'll put it that way. And that is revealed. Saturday morning sometime.
Okay.
Which timing
scared me there for a minute.
All right. So Going Caching is running September 29th through October 3rd, 2021 in Rome, Georgia. And hopefully it's not 100 degrees again. Ian said in the chat room he'd appreciate it if you guys don't make it 100 degrees like it was.
Oh, good Lord. If it's over 100 again, I don't know if I'll handle it.
Do you guys happen to know offhand the GC number of the event? I totally sprung it on you. Chat will know in 2 seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
T1ZF.
One more time. Read it one more time.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't mean to guess, Andy.
I know. She's just
94.
Oh, my goodness.
I've only been looking at this 5,000 times. So.
I'll help you out. GC.
Yeah, right. That's the big tip. Okay.
94 T1F.
Here,
T1F.
Yes, thank you.
F. Thank you, Chad.
So I'm kind of showing on the screen here what I did when solving not last year's but 2019's stuff. I took pictures of it, and then I translated it, and then I even mentioned what I used to solve it. That one was a veneer solve with a keyword. I actually wound up using a tool called CryptoCrack in order to break it. But and then just scrolling down through here, just different things. This is the one thing that I broke, but I didn't quite understand. The Galileo and Einstein. I was thinking that was they both have theories of relativity, and that's what I was thinking of. But it turned out to be a clue to a university's tool in order to solve the projectile. the cannonball. But going down through here, and this was a T-shirt, and then what it translated into.
Wow.
So, but that's what I do. I take it, put
Those
it
are good
all
notes.
into a document, and then get it all down in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, in 2021, Chaz is going to teach the puzzle class this year. So that was awesome.
That's ridiculous. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Have an awesome Mega.
Thank
I
you.
hope you get a Giga one day. That would be phenomenal.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But thank
Be
you
careful
guys.
what we wish for.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. Really do.
Thank you.
Chad, next week, Chad, Mega Month continues. We have got Geo Coin Fest. Ryan Semmels on the show. Chad, your favorite Mega Geo Coin Fest coming up next week with Ryan Semmels on the show.
He's joking because I said that Geo Coin Fest was the least favorite Mega that I've gone to, but it could have been. I think it was tainted by the fact that it was in Houston, where I was living and cashing at the time, so I had cashed out all the good caches, and so for me it was like a one day
home. Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Your hometown. Yeah. So that's next week, guys. So Jesse, thank you. Chad, thank you. Waysiders, thank you so much for coming on the show. We love you guys. Thank you so much. Be well and be safe. And all right, guys, let's close out this show here. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show live, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified button to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cachly, Logwork, FTF Geocache Magazine, the Maxed's Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week, talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we will talk to you guys next week. And we are clear.
Yay.
There you go. We're still live, though. All right, guys. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and calling in tonight. We really, really appreciate it. Everybody, Chad. Oh, Ryan says, Chad, you'll change your mind next week, Chad. He's got an extra special Geo Coin Fest. It's the Chaz Coin Fest. It's all about Chaz.
I don't think so.
Everyone will be screaming, Chaz. All right, guys. So we will talk to you guys next week. Be well, be safe, everybody. Bye-bye.